Hi guys, my name is Chloe. This is the second video I'm going to be filming today, specifically because I'm already here in front of the camera, so I thought I would just jump in and do another one. I'm going to be doing a book review on The Heir by Kiera Cass. So this is actually the fourth book in the selection series, so if you haven't picked up the first three, I would suggest you read the first three first, even though this is actually about a different person's perspective. It's no longer America's Singer, so you could probably pick it up and read it, but it's not a standalone. You definitely need the background to this book, so I would highly suggest you read the first three first and then pick up this book. Now the first three books I really did enjoy. There were some annoying traits to the main character, America's Singer, but she kind of overcame all of those and she became a character that I've really grown to love, as well as Prince Maxim, because I absolutely ship those two together. They're beautiful. They're just beautiful. And while the books, they aren't exactly complicated, the plots aren't really that deep, it was a fun and easy read, so I did really enjoy the first three selection novels. So I picked this up a little bit hesitantly because they weren't books that I loved. They were books that I did enjoy, but I liked them. The Heir. Now, this is actually about America and Maxim's daughter, Edelyn. She is the first female heir to the throne, so she is actually going to become the queen. She has younger brothers, but she is obviously the eldest child, and then there was a new ruling or something that said that women can ascend to the throne. So she's going to be queen. So she goes through her own selection in this book to find a suitable prince and rule the country. So it's certainly interesting to see it from the perspective of the person undertaking the selection and having to choose from 35 suitors, because 35 people is a lot to narrow down to one. I mean, if you've ever seen The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, it's kind of similar, but there's a little bit more political, a lot more politicalness going on behind the scenes here. It's not just about finding a mate, and it's definitely not about finding a mate for Edelyn. She does not want to have a selection. She doesn't want 35 males infiltrating her life and getting all up in her grill and whatever, and she's very much a loner, and that is one of the things that, while I can respect, I didn't really enjoy reading from her perspective at all. I will not say that I love this book. I will say that I liked it and that I'll probably pick up the next book just to see what happens. But to be completely honest with you, Edelyn was a bratty cow and I didn't really like her at all, at least for probably this much of the book. The little end, it was okay. She actually started to grow out of being such a brat, and I could hardly, well, actually I could probably imagine somebody who grew up in a royal palace being waited on hand and foot could end up being a little bratty. So I would say if you enjoy a bit of a quick and easy read and you like the selection novels, you'll probably like this one. I'm just hoping that she learns to grow up and there's some more character development, and she does grow out of being so, I wouldn't say disrespectful, but she is mean. Like, she is not very nice to some people. So I really hope that the next book is going to be a way to set up for the character development and Edelyn kind of growing up and us growing with her and learning more about her. Because the majority of this book was just about Edelyn thinking that she was too good for people, that she was the most powerful person in the world, and oh, I don't want a man. And while I can respect that you don't need a man to rule with you, that you don't need a man to rule your life, and you don't need a man to be complete, and blah blah blah, all of that, I respect that. Women are independent, it's great, fantastic, but she is such a bitch to some people. I just can't even believe it. Like, it's just hard to comprehend. So I would probably give this a 3 out of 5 stars. While I did enjoy some aspects of it, I enjoyed some of the suitors as well. They were probably the most interesting characters, not Edelyn, the actual selected. I really like Henry. He's really cool. Now he does require a translator because he comes from a different country, so he doesn't speak English, but his character was developed actually really well for somebody who didn't speak the language. He was just really sweet, really nice, and because they had to communicate in different ways, it was actually really cute to see their relationship grow a little bit more. But even more than Henry, actually, I like Eric, which is kind of a surprise. He's the translator for Henry, so he's not actually a part of the selection. He's not a selected. But of course, because Edelyn and Eric have quite a bit of communication because he has to translate everything that Henry's saying, and they do have some one-on-one time as well, which is probably not part of the rules of the selection, but it happens anyway. And I really do like Eric. I would hesitantly say that he would be one of my favorites, and I would hope that Edelyn would probably really start to like him, specifically because he wasn't thrust upon her when she didn't want all these men thrust upon her. So I don't think it would be forced in any way, which I think may make their relationship a little bit stronger. I did like Kyle. Kyle, he seems pretty cool. He seems like a really sweet, nice guy. A bit of a bookworm too, so I do love my books. On the other hand, I know that he doesn't want to be stuck in the confines of the palace for his entire life, so I don't know if he would be quite suited to Edelyn. While he is kind of breaking Edelyn's shell open a little bit with his sweetness, I know he doesn't want to be a prince. He doesn't want to stay in the confines of the palace walls. He wants to get out there and be an architect and make a life for himself. And I kind of hope that he does that, but I also kind of hope that he ends up with Edelyn because he's so cute and I really like him. So there are a couple of really nice guys in this book. I don't know which one I like better yet, which makes it a little bit more exciting to go into the second book. So I think I will definitely read the next book, the fifth book. So it makes it a little bit more exciting, and I think I will definitely pick up the fifth book just to see what happens and see what kind of character development that Edelyn is able to have, because in this book she's all about, I'm so powerful, no one is as powerful as me, and you know, don't touch my tiaras, because my tiaras are more important than people. I don't know. I will read the last book, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed some of the other books that I've read recently. So let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you liked Edelyn's character and if you disagree with me. I'm more than happy to hear your thoughts and have a bit of a discussion about it. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear from you. I will link this book down below as well if you would like to get your hands on a copy so that you can read it too. So thanks for watching. Alright guys, bye!